Season number 2, NFL. We are back in between last season, this season. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff that's happened. Pre-draft show. I'm your host, Midwest Jet, joined by Dames Marvs.
What's up, people? Season fucking 2. Let's go.
G-Man Jazz coming in from Iowa.
Coming off a playoff win, season 2, NFL. Bring it.
Last but not least, Colorado coming in. GOBO.
Hey, everybody. The only team actually living in NFHell because all of your guys' teams made the playoffs.
Yeah, I have to take up an issue with Jazz on that. You're not coming off a playoff win, you're coming off a playoff loss.
Yeah, I mean, way to start off season 2. Wait, sorry.
Sorry.
I
know, right?
A playoff win. It was the last game I went to.
Yeah, the shit talk just immediately
Oh,
started.
you just forgot the game immediately after the one that you attended? I got you.
I blacked that one out, man.
the game where I didn't make the playoffs either. So I didn't make the playoffs.
Oh, I thought the Jets made the playoffs.
Oh my God, no! Seattle put them out.
NF
Seattle destroyed
started
them.
off 5-2. The Brees Hall injury, Zach Wilson debacle, which actually brings us to our first amazing point of the offseason. I mean, we've all had to talk about it and listen to it.
Right. Mike White went where?
Dolphins.
Yeah, he's a Dolphin.
Along with Barrios. So Cheerios. Bye. The news I've been waiting for. I know, and I've been refreshing my browser for 2 straight months, just like, when's it gonna happen? And then literally I get home yesterday, look at my phone. G-Man Jazz texts me. Aaron Rodgers. Trade's finally done. Sure, you've all heard it. I've already been talking. This is the best team the Jets have ever had in my entire lifetime.
You know what? I've never seen somebody so excited about going 500.
This is the best the Jets team has been.
Actually, I'm going to dare to say Mike White comes off the bench twice next year and beats the Jets.
Shit. Predictions early.
Here's the thing I think we should do is we should get people down below right now. I'm already going to say Jets minimum 10 wins, $20 a pop. Let's go. Aaron Rodgers.
$20 no matter how many people take you up on it.
I mean, we got to have there's got to be a cap here.
I was going to say there's got to be some parameters around this.
Yeah. All of a sudden
Let's get this going.
1,000 people. I'll take that, man. I'll take that.
It'd be interesting to have people watch our show for an entire year.
I could say the top 10.
A couple $1,00000 in fun.
10 people. I'll bet 10 people. The first 10 people, and it can't be you guys, so don't even try it, Dames.
Oh.
Can it? Can it?
Why not?
I want to do that action.
Okay, let's do it. First 10 people, comment below. I bet you right now the Jets are going to at least win 10 games this year, $20. If they don't, I'll Venmo you. $20 a season. If not,
I'm in.
Venmo me. Okay. Love it. What a great way to start off the show. Season 2, JETS. I don't really need to talk about it anymore about the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, boom, here we go. It's like I said, the best team we've ever had. Number 1 defense coming in.
So you're just like Aaron Rodgers. All right.
Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis.
Let's let GOBO go next, just because this segues into him.
Yeah.
All right. I'm betting the Packers saw what Seattle did with Russell Wilson, and they're looking about what they've had with Aaron Rodgers over the last 6 years, that they would have done this 6 years ago. Gotten a haul for him. They would be so much better off of an organization now if they were 5 or 6 years ago, because they have
putting it. GOBO.
Okay, all right. So this trade, the Rodgers trade, if you look at the details of it, I think I really got to kind of give it to the Jets because they didn't get fleeced. You know, I think it was a solid trade. Both teams were able to maintain some prowess, and it opens up a huge amount of cap space for the Packers, and the Jets get their franchise quarterback. So I think it's like one of those trades that's like rarely beneficial for both teams. That being said, I'm glad to be rid of Aaron Rodgers. Just at his stage in the career that he's at. I mean, I talked about it a lot last season. He doesn't have the quick release. He doesn't have the vision that he had. He's not mobile anymore. I mean, I think that in a new system, I still think that he's probably, I mean, he's at least the third best quarterback in the AFC East.
Oh boy. Hackett's my OC, bro.
Hey, I mean, I think that look, I was looking at it today. I was like thinking about it, with Tua and Allen, and I'm like, I think that the Patriots are probably the worst team in the AFC East now, which I fucking love because I hate the Patriots. But does it mean that the Jets are going to win 10 games? It's pretty close. It's a tough bet. It's a tough over under because I think the Jets are potentially a playoff team. I think the Packers are going to be significantly below 10 wins. I think that, Jordan Love is going to need a development year, at least one to get going. And that's not if we don't trade him to the Texans for that number 2 pick. There is some rumors going around about that. And so maybe Levis ends up in green and gold.
Okay.
So
That's
who knows what's going to happen with the Packers. I know that we haven't done shit in free agency.
What did the Packers do last year?
they lost the last game of the
They
season.
lost to the Lions to get ousted. Why? Because they went like 0-6. This is your quarterback, and you're fucking more happy than you've ever been in your life.
Hey, here's the deal. His thumb was hurt last year. He didn't have Hackett as his OC. The running game isn't even Brees Hall. He's never okay. Here's one of the best things, and maybe fans out there, Jet fans know. He is
Aaron
never
Jones
thrown
is
to
a better
first
running
round
back than
wide
Brees
receiver.
Hall.
First round wide receiver ever in his career. A receiver drafted in the first round has never been on the field with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
He
now
goes
he's
to the Jets.
40.
Now he has 2.
Now he's 40.
Who's better than him right now? Mahomes?
Guys, the real question is, was he so disinterested in Green Bay the last couple years that he just, kind of showed up, and now he's got that revival mental thing where he wants to get back and show everyone that he's still that? Or is he just lost a step, lost some zip, lost all those things you're talking about? Which one is it?
If it's the first
And-
one, he's a bitch.
if Jails-
I don't ever want to hear him in the conversation for GOAT.
Well, if it's the first one, Jails, you're probably going to win 10 games. If it's the second one, you're gonna pay up about $200.
I thought it was interesting that the Jets that contract clause that if he has to play 65% of his games for the Packers to get a first round pick out of that. So it's like the Jets are weary going in.
Well, it's for 2 years because basically you would get the first rounder in 2024. So that means they want an insurance that he's going to play 2 years. So if he only plays 1 year, you only get a second rounder in 2024. But if he plays 2 full years with us, we're going to give you the first rounder because it's probably going to be pick 32 or 31 because we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
You can have a first rounder.
Or 31, so now you're saying you may lose.
Oh, the first year, I can't remember if it was.
Interesting.
I haven't seen
Interesting.
illusions of grandeur this hot since Jason's on week 1 of last season.
Hey,
When they made the
NFL.
playoffs, bro. He was this hot when they had fucking Favre. When Favre came here, it was the exact same thing.
No.
They made the playoffs that year.
We got Revis, we got the best corner ever, we got the best defense. Yes, it was the same thing.
And then
he
Favre
did
got
get
hurt, dude. Favre got hurt. 10-2, best team in the AFC. Then he
What's
got
the
hurt.
social butterfly Aaron Rodgers going to do in New York City for a fucking whole season? Trouble.
He's gonna be at
Trouble.
Studio 54 quite a bit.
That's right.
He is going to be a marketing machine, and he's going to bankroll a bunch of a bunch of people giving him money, dude. I mean, he's a smart.
You know
he's
what?
smart.
You got to be optimistic, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, but I feel bad for you, man, because I know it's coming.
Do you really think the Jets are going to be? I mean, think about it. Who the number 1 rated defense in the league is? Oh, I'll tell you, the Jets coming into the season. And who do we have at wide receiver? Garrett Wilson, rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. 2, Corey Davis, above average wide receiver. Lazard, number 1 last year on Green Bay's team. Then we got Hardman from the Chiefs, the little fast guy. Brees Hall, running back. We also have Michael Carter come back, running back. I mean, and our O-line. We are re-signing everybody. I'm saying it's going to be rebuilt.
Conklin. Don't forget your boy Conklin.
Yeah, and Conklin and CJ at tight end, man. I mean, like And the D line, Quinnen is back.
You
got
really have to
Sauce.
just,
Like I said, third,
when you beat the Bills.
he'll be the third
Bills
best quarterback in the AFC East, but he doesn't make the Jets worse.
No.
Right. I mean,
I mean, he's Aaron Rodgers. There's like, yeah, and the Jets, they didn't have a franchise quarterback. They do now.
right.
How long is it going to last? Is he going to break his collarbone 8 snaps into the season? Yeah, we don't know.
Holy yeah. Jets curse, dude. I mean, my hope is that, and I'm trying to tell everyone, he's going to sign a 4-year deal, just like Lazard. Does it mean he'll play all 4 years? No, but he's just going to do it, and then we'll just kind of be.
He already got his deal. He doesn't need a new deal.
Didn't they already restructure or anything, or no?
The Packers, he allowed the Packers to restructure it to make the trade more favorable to New York.
Oh, okay. I did not see that part.
Let's talk about this.
Okay, let's talk about it, Dames. What do you got?
Broadway Joe was willing to give up number 12 for TB, but not for Aaron Rodgers, who's going to be number 8.
Yep. He knows, man. We all know. It's the second coming.
Did Joe offer Rodgers 12 or not?
Yes, he did.
He did.
That happened. He
Yeah,
just turned it
also-
down.
You're talking second coming. Let's see, number 8. Yeah, he's the second coming of Matt Hasselbeck.
Hey,
He's the second coming of
Daniel
what?
Jones.
Joy.
Daniel Jones.
That's a
DJ.
good name. That's a good name for a band. The second coming of Matt Hasselbeck.
That's actually a really good band name.
I was like, yeah, but didn't Joe Namath like sell his soul to the devil to get
Yeah.
the Super Bowl?
Isn't
And-
Rodgers in the process? I feel like Rodgers is going into the dark room. He's like, come on, God's not talking to him in there, but guess
Rodgers
what?
has already got his ring.
Look, we
Like,
might
he
just
already
have
won
to,
the Super Bowl.
This would put him to
just have to
legendary
plan.
status.
we might just have to plan ayahuasca
Yeah.
just because.
Like I said,
it's
it's
gonna be
still
good for the Super Bowl.
Are you
I
on,
mean-
are you on that train now, James?
I mean, I didn't even know what it was when we brought it up last year. Now, for some research, I'm kind of in.
I guess
Yeah.
it's legal too. Like I thought ayahuasca was illegal forever. But yeah, like I said, if Rodgers wins the Super Bowl this year,
NFL.
we're doing ayahuasca together, Jet. It's happening.
Yeah.
All of
Oh
us.
yeah. I'm in I mean, I've already been telling everyone we're doing that. It's like, yeah, we'll get a fake Super Bowl ring to wear while I'm doing it, dude.
And when the Giants beat you, we can
Oh
still do it.
God. Anyway. All right. I think
We have 4
everybody out
chances.
there.
We have 4 chances out of 32 to do ayahuasca together.
It's true.
Outstanding.
First 10 people bet. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Gobo, do you have any more to say on your beloved?
On Aaron Rodgers, no, I think that we've talked about it ad nauseum. I'm wearing my Aaron Rodgers jersey. I don't know, maybe for the last time. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Like, yeah, the guy's used up. He's in a new system. He's better than the previous quarterback that was there. It's a good trade for everybody. I think Gutekunst is going to fumble the bag again and waste the picks, waste all the cap space, and do nothing in free agency like the Packers have consistently done the last 3 seasons. Like, I mean, we were talking about like the updates for our teams. Like, I mean, to segue into this next, I don't have any updates. All we've done is gotten rid of people. We've lost 4 starters, including our quarterback. So it's like, I don't know what the fucking pack. I don't know what team is going to go on the field in August. I don't know what it's going to look like. I just know that we're not making the playoffs.
In a division, let's actually, the Bears are, I mean, we all know Gates has a love affair with Fields. Detroit's way more improved. And the Vikings, the Vikings actually.
Well, it's funny that the Vikings are kind of the only team that hasn't had an embarrassing offseason out of my entire division. I think that the Bears' love affair with Justin Fields is flabbergasting to me, but they've accumulated so much draft capital with that number 1 pick that it's like, I don't know, maybe they can do something. I just don't think Fields is the guy. And then the Lions with their gambling shit, like they're clearly the best team in the league, but they're so dysfunctional. Like don't gamble. Like, how hard is it?
I mean, it was college games, man. It was college games. Why not? Oh wait, because it's the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, just follow the rules while you're in the pros. Bet when you're done, dude. Bet when
Am
you're
I the only one who gives a shit about the rules? Come on.
Market 0.
All right. Dames.
Yes, sir.
Did you want to talk about Justin Fields really quick?
I love
Bears?
Justin Fields.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm
I
high
saw
on,
you doing that.
high on the young man. And I know I probably am alone here, but I was also alone with Trevor Lawrence.
I like Fields. I like
I
Fields.
brought you guys around to the Trevor Lawrence phenomenon.
DJ Moore.
By the end of the season, you guys were believers.
Fields was Ohio State. Who's this kid from Ohio State coming out? He going to be any good?
Well, we'll talk draft in a little bit, but
Okay.
Yeah, we're digress.
yeah, I guess I'll move on to my beloved Seahawks.
Please do.
Gas has been waiting for
I mean-
6 months to talk about the
Yeah.
G-Mans.
Hey,
You're gonna have to wait about 8 minutes more.
Are you
can I talk
eight?
about
eight minutes.
one of my key losses, Julian
No.
Love, right
I
before you
mean,
talk
yeah,
about?
right off the gate,
Big-
since it pertains to me, yes.
Yeah, so I will say that you got a great Swiss Army knife in Mr. Love. Means McKinney's back and Belton, the rookie from Iowa, is probably going to start, but we did pick up Bobby McCain. But Julian Love, you're getting a great
So I
player.
guess we
So
are
I guess we're just going with the
you're
Giants.
not talking about Julian
Yeah.
Love. You're talking about the Giants secondary.
Yeah, okay.
Gotcha.
Crackers at home just doing this. Our viewer, I'm sure you're watching. Just he's at home going.
I know you're. I heard Love and Swiss Army knife. I was like, yeah, he can throw interceptions and run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
He's thinking we're trying.
They are the
Yeah.
Love.
He's a dual non-threat.
So
like
Julian
this.
Love comes to Seattle to go with Jamal and to go with Diggs. And if you have those three safeties, look out, dude. I
In
mean,
your corner.
and our two corners, Kobe Bryant and Tariq Woolen. I mean, that's scary shit. We got Bobby Wagner back in the mix, ladies and gentlemen. The
I like
fucking
that.
Rams
I like
signed him
that.
for $45 million, and then they just said, "Oh, you were our best player on defense this year.
But
You played every game, but you know what? We'll part ways with you. Go ahead and go home." He came home.
Very Rams move.
We got him for like $5 million. He's a Hall of Famer, first ballot, no questions asked. We got
Did you
Draymond
burn his jerseys?
Jones
Did you burn his
I don't think
jerseys?
from the fucking Broncos. We wanted him as part of the Russell Wilson deal, and they said, "Dude, that's almost too much." Then we still got way too much. They gave us Shelby Harris instead, who was great, but he's no Draymond Jones.
Right.
This guy's a difference maker. He was one of the reasons that Denver's defense was the top notch. We got Jaron Reed back. Evan Brown is going to be center this time. Basically, you guys, when the season ended, there was like 5 positions that I was like, "Oh, we need to address this in the draft." We addressed all of them pre-draft. We got Devin Bush, who, okay, he's been injured, but that first year that he was there, he was Earl Thomas as a linebacker. He just a missile everywhere on the field. And if he can even come close to that with Jordan Brooks and Bobby Wagner back in the fold, and I have a feeling we're going to draft the kid from Iowa, that linebacker from Iowa. I just have a feeling in my gut. Jack, what's his name?
I can't help you on this one.
But anyway,
Irons.
if that happens, that linebacker room, that safety room, that corner room, I mean, that defense is looking like the Legion of Boom again. And I'm excited that we have 5 picks. We're going to get 5 of the best 80 players in college football.
All from Alabama.
You like that? And then we have
Georgia.
5 more. We have 5 more draft picks after that.
Yeah, I mean the Seahawks are in good shape.
We re-signed both of our quarterbacks, Gino and what's his fuck? Who cares?
Lock?
He's there. I mean,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
We're
Wait, who's Seattle's backup?
Drew Lock.
Really? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got him in the Wilson deal.
Yep. His
Okay.
contract.
Okay.
Also, hold on. You're saying you have how many picks in the top 80 or whatever, and you're saying you have guaranteed top 5 in that picks just because you have those picks doesn't mean you get 5 of the best 80 players. It just means you get 5 players you draft. So just remember that they're not all going to be good.
They're not, Damon.
Last year, they were last year.
Yeah, I mean, the
Every
Jets.
we picked a guy in the 6th round that was up for defensive player of the year. So
I know what you're saying, and he's basically saying you're not getting the top 5 players out of the 80. You're getting 5 of the top 80 players. I mean, he could be the 80th ranked player. Yeah, but
Yes.
Yeah, we traded Devontae Adams for a guy that got thrown out in the last game of the season.
oh yeah, dude. Dude, what's going on with it? Yeah, the Packers, man. I mean, I feel like, I'm going to go back to kind of the beginning of the show. Again, welcome season 2. Make sure you comment below, say hi. We kind of talked about the Packers, and they're actually kind of going down into hell. We're maybe raising up. I mean, G-Man Jass, I think he made a hit the surface last year, kind of I was down in there. Dames Mars maybe poked through just a little bit, but you're going down and deep, dude. You're going deep, Gobo. You're going deep.
my feet were
James-
too.
No,
Are you done, James?
we're in full rebuild this season.
Yeah.
No, Seahawks look good though. I honestly that division is in turmoil. I think San Francisco is really your only competitor to win that division, and I see Seattle pulling it off. I think Gino has it together, and they got a good defense. That's really all you need.
Good run game.
Yeah, fucking Arizona sucks. The Rams suck. Like,
Yeah.
like
I'm
you
with
said,
you on that
it's
too.
not going to be competitive.
And who's the quarterback in San Fran? They don't know. They're gonna wish they had Jimmy G.
Let's
They're
talk
gonna
about that
wish they had
after
Jimmy- yeah.
after Jess
Yeah.
gets to talk about the G-Men.
Well, I mean, so should I go? I'm gonna go grill up a burger quick and maybe grab a beer.
yeah, we'll be right back.
James,
Go ahead and talk. We'll be right back.
Everybody, G-Man Jazz has the floor. We'll all
Look
be-
at him. He's like so up. He's like,
Is it?
uh,
What are you
I
guys?
wanted to know if Dames was even done. I didn't even know you
yeah,
were
I'm
done.
done. I'm good. I can't wait to talk about this team post draft.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys, I kind of have same blueprint as the Seahawks. Actually, we had quite a few needs going in, and we did a lot of things in free agency, unlike the Packers. And it started with maybe overpaying for Daniel Jones to keep him around for 4 years. Most people would say. A year from now, they could be saying he already needs, maybe 2 years from now, they could be saying he needs a new contract. So I'm okay with it. Get him locked up. My boy Saquon kind of got to wear this jersey as much as I can because I don't know how long he's going to be here. He has not signed his franchise thing. There's no reason to be worried this early in the offseason, but
Ask you a question.
I've heard a couple whispers about him possibly being in some trade talks during the draft, which would hopefully mean we get Bijan, and that's about the only way I'd agree to that. Yes, go ahead.
Knowing what was out there quarterback wise, are you 100% like Daniel Jones was my guy? Go get him no matter what.
Oh, versus Carr and all those.
I mean, Lamar Jackson's still out there just for.
Technically, yeah.
No, I mean, no, I am sold on DJ after watching last season. Lowest interception percentage in the league. He needs weapons. When your top receivers are Isaiah Hodgins, Richie James, and
It's James, bitch. Woo!
some people like that. No tight end. I want to see him some weapons. So we traded a 3rd rounder for Darren Waller, a stud if he's healthy, game
Forgot about the
breaker.
Waller trade.
He had
That's
a
a good
1,000-yard,
That's
couple
a good deal.
1,000-yard seasons, I believe, 10 touchdowns, whatever. So yeah, if he's healthy, huge weapon for DJ. Got to get Saquon on the field. And then we signed Paris Campbell from the Colts. He's a receiver that had never been healthy till last year. Kind of looks like a little gadget guy that maybe Dave's can throw some slip screens and different kind of things in just to get some first downs here and there. Re-signed Hodgins, who I was speaking about, no one heard of until the last 5 games of the season. He had 4 touchdowns, 5 games, another one in the playoffs against the Vikings.
Was
Waller,
that the game you were
Hodgins.
at, or was that the game you were
I
at?
was, I think I might have been at that game.
I wasn't
And
sure you
Wanda,
didn't mention it.
I don't know if you guys know Wandell Robinson. He got hurt. He should be back this year. Um, and then let's see what else we got. Another contract issue. Dex, my boy, Sexy Dexy's sitting out. We've seen this D tackle market. If you guys have been paying attention, these guys are getting 20-some million a year. Hargrave and Simmons. I think Dexter's going to get more than both of them. I wish they'd just get the deal done because Quinn Williams still needs to sign jails, and I believe there's another big name out there. It's like it just keeps going up. So let's get this guy signed.
Pay the man. Pay the man.
And then a huge defensive addition. We added Bobby Okereke, linebacker from the Colts, 147 tackles last year or something. So we filled some of those holes, games. I like what we did. I like where we're going. We have 9 draft picks. I think 4 in the top 100 now. We traded 1 or 3, but I'm ready for Thursday. Pick 25.
All right. Let us know down below who you think
Anybody.
our teams are going to take. Your team, even, your
About your
Cowboys fan,
division.
tell us who you think.
Well,
Yeah,
how do you feel you did in comparison to other teams in your division?
Giants. I mean, obviously,
yeah, it's Giants.
obviously the Eagles lost, I think, 2 or 3 of their defensive studs. I don't think Miles Sanders is a huge loss, but they shored up Hurts with the big contract, but they did lose players that they had last year. So we saw what we're up against. We lost to them 3 times, and we're building our team around that. Faster players, better weapons, and they're losing players. We're gaining players. So I'd say we gained on the Eagles. Cowboys, I haven't heard a whole lot. I mean, Zeke ain't coming back, which is probably a benefit for them. And Washington, they announced Howell's their starting quarterback, so I'm pretty excited that he's probably not the answer. So I like that. So
Dallas
I think
added Cooks though. I mean,
that's true.
That could be something. Cooks and CD on the same field.
Yeah.
They lost Schultz. They added Cooks.
I don't think that stupidest.
After all, John.
I don't think the stupidest name in all of sports is going to be that good. No, they're done. They're done. They suck. Cowboys, blah. Eagles, I think are still going to be pretty good.
Eagles are solid, yeah.
Yeah, even though they lose a couple players, and I think you're going to be you'll be pretty good. I don't know about your secondary without Love in there. I feel like he was a playmaker, but you like I said, you have the draft, man. We have the draft.
Yeah. We signed Bobby McCain.
Yeah,
but he's no Love, but Belton's got to step up from Iowa.
Iowa boy. All right. Well, here at NFL, we love talking about how horrible our teams have been. Actually, they're on the rise. Few of us. Gobo, sorry, you're going the other way. Let us know how your teams are doing. Are you in NFL with us?
I agree. They didn't do shit the last 3 years. I mean, ultimately,
Are you taking ultimately like they didn't make
anything they do now, they're building.
Okay.
They're not going backwards from here. Like,
But here's the thing, Jordan Love. Okay, so let's just go Rodgers to Love. I mean, the jury is still out.
Right.
I mean, if he's
one of my questions is, is Green Bay going to trade up and draft a quarterback?
I honestly doubt it. I think that the number 2 overall pick is really where they would have to be. I think Houston, I think there's a market for Love in Houston. Aside, I don't know where else there would be any desire for him, and I don't see him sitting on the bench again. I think that he's a starter somewhere in the NFL. Deservingly so, probably not. I haven't seen anything from him. I've been watching, and I was talking with a fellow Packers fan earlier today, and he was like, well, Rodgers didn't do anything before he started either, but it's just like, yeah, but he's mobile. He had the quick release. I mean, Rodgers was a superstar coming out of college, and everyone was like, oh, he's from Cal, he's unproven. None of that was a thing with Jordan Love. It was a bad pick. It was a wasted pick in that draft. And he legitimately should never play as a starter in the NFL. And here we are. I don't know. I would love to be wrong. I would love for Jordan Love to come out here and make a run, win 13 games, make the playoffs, but I just don't see it happening. I don't know. I'm looking at the draft prospects for the Packers, and I mean, we need starters at every offensive position except for halfback. Like Aaron Jones is our only solid starter on offense.
That's NFL,
I
right?
think, I think the only way you can be optimistic is your history shows, like you've done it with, well, I guess you didn't draft Favre, but Favre to Rodgers, and now here it is again. So maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Favre was trash with Atlanta, and Rodgers was trash his first season. So yeah, I mean, it's possible. I just, I mean, do we strike gold 3 times in a row? I mean, at that point, I'd have to quit the show.
Well, look at this. Smith sat behind Russell Wilson for 2 years, and now he's better than Russell Wilson. So, I mean,
yeah.
no
We'll
one see Jordan Love play if he was able to keep that chip on his shoulder that he should be there, or he's the guy that they drafted him to do this, and that he sat back and watched Rodgers make a mockery of your franchise for the last 2-3 seasons.
Yeah,
and is pissed and needs to turn it around. I would love to see that.
Yeah, right. And I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna kind of jump from that to talking about quarterbacks who are like worth it or whatever. It's kind of like we can kind of move into like, how is Lamar Jackson a? Would you trade 2 first rounders for him? Draft night. Is he gonna move? Is somebody gonna do are the Colts gonna take him? I have a weird feeling Irsay is just gonna dish him the money. What's 2 first rounders when you get Lamar? You might as well sign him. You look like a genius if all of a sudden Indy is like, they have a defense, they have a running game, they need a quarterback, man. That's my 2 cents. I'm like, trade Indy. 2 first rounders.
I think.
Well, the problem with
Go ahead.
Lamar is the same problem with Aaron Rodgers. Is that like, is he better than what they currently have? Yes, but is he any shade of what he used to be? No. Like, yeah, I think that Lamar. I mean, he's still got some legs. I mean, he's still able to throw it a little bit, but he's lost so much accuracy, and he's on a team right now. Baltimore has a lot of, they have a lot more infrastructure than Indy does. So if you put him on the Colts, he's going to get annihilated. And yeah, I mean, I see him injured after 6 weeks if he goes to the Colts. So yeah, I mean,
like normal. Boom, boom, boom. I mean,
I see him without any weapons in Baltimore. I mean, they just did get Beckham, but I mean,
Beckham's done.
Beckham is even more washed up than you're projecting Lamar to be, which I don't believe. I believe Lamar's got 6 good years left of football.
And I also feel like if he went to the Colts, their defense is good. He can like lean on Jonathan Taylor for the kind of getting the system down and getting used to everything, and then just boom, dial it.
I just feel like I think a lot of owners are on the same page as GOBO. He's not worth the risk at this point. Why are you going to give him guaranteed money when it does look as though he's not as good as he was? And he's had Mark Andrews. They got a first rounder. I mean, Bateman was hurt, but I don't know. He's got an all-pro tight end, and you saw what Mahomes does with one of those.
Here's my point, though. It's a bad marriage. When you see a bad marriage, you just want them to get divorced. Stop fucking hanging around and trying to make it work when you know it ain't gonna work.
Right.
Divorce. Go somewhere. I mean, I want to see Baltimore thrive, and I want to see Lamar thrive. And I just don't see them doing that together anymore.
And that's what I want to see on the draft. I love draft day trades. I want to see, Thursday night. I want to come back next week. By the way, join us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll be talking about the draft and like how hopefully our teams all,
we're going to give you post-draft analysis. What we think the teams, we probably should cover each team, what they need to make the Super Bowl, and then we'll make our
predictions.
Very early predictions for division.
Very early predictions.
That's
yes. Yep. Anybody? G-Man Jess, do you have a little list of some news, or you just already covered it with your G-Man? You're good.
Yeah. do not have a list on top, what I'm looking at, but I'm sure Gobo is looking at it right now. And
I
can
know,
help
I'm
us
pulling it
out.
up on my phone.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, this is how we roll. Because I mean, Damian Marv's already went through all the Seahawks. Jets I didn't talk about much, but
We can say that NFL Sunday Ticket is
Oh,
on
going to YouTube.
the same channel as this show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe one day Lock 22 will have NFL Sunday Ticket.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. And we aren't gonna overcharge for it. Like right now, you got to buy YouTube TV, YouTube Red Zone, YouTube. I tried to buy it like a little bit ago, actually, and scrolling all over the place. I have no idea what I need. Oh my! So I'm like, okay, they can't just make it up. There you
It's
go.
so I've had it before. It's really smooth.
It is. It's smooth. Okay.
It's good.
I mean, I guess if we want a sponsorship by YouTube TV, we should like.
While you guys are looking at, I'll just name some things that happened. Rashad Penny, a running back extraordinaire from Seattle, who's oft injured. I mean, since we
Eagles.
got him with our first round pick, he's been injured more than he's played. And I'm quite honestly a little bit frustrated because Walker's going to need somebody to spell him, and DJ Dallas ain't going to cut it. But here's the deal. We were loyal to him, and we kept this kid and paid him, even gave him another contract despite the fact that he's been oft injured. And then he says, I'm going to go to Philly. I just need a new start for my brain. And I'm like, dude, we could have cut you so many times and just let you drift away into nothing. But every time we put you on the stage, he was good. When he was playing, he was good. But can he make it a whole season? I don't know. Philly, I wish him well, but good riddance. Like I said,
Could be revitalized with that. I don't know. The Eagles' offensive line is just primo.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Hurts as a threat. It's hard to key in on a running back as well.
I
it's a
also
tough
heard rumors
offense.
that Derrick Henry might be going to the Eagles. I heard this.
Come on.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too, but I heard it. Zeke's got to end up somewhere. Any predictions?
Oh yeah, where do you think Zeke's going?
Where
Man,
Cowboys.
could Zeke go? Yeah, I'm trying
Cowboys.
to.
Browns.
Oh, you know what would be fun? Jacksonville.
Ooh,
With T-Law.
I just hope he retires. Let's retire, man.
no, don't retire. You're good.
Taking a
He
lofty
has to be a
step.
secondary back for somebody. I would take him as a secondary back to Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, just like goal line, get it to him, put him in there. I mean, how much you paying him now?
Right.
I mean, I think
Hey.
there's lots of teams with second tier running backs. I
That's
mean,
true.
Chargers could use him.
The Bears.
The Vikings, like. Well,
The Bears, maybe. I think. I feel
Speaking of the
like-
Vikings, could be getting traded or supposedly cut or traded. So watch out for that Thursday.
You guys,
Friday.
you realize how this is going to be like a whole new NFL? And we said this last season too. We got fucking Derek Carr in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
That's exciting. That's fucking exciting to me. We
That's
got
gonna be fun.
Baker
They
Mayfield,
could win that division.
and Winston and Tampa going in for battling each other. We got Jimmy G to Las Vegas.
Jimmy G.
I mean,
Okay. Let me kind of stop it. Jimmy G to Vegas is just like Carr in New Orleans. It's like the same teams, but just like Derek Carr's on the same team in the
but
NFC.
it all comes down to
Derek
the
Carr and
marriage,
Jimmy
dude.
Garoppolo are the same quarterback.
It all comes down to the marriage, though.
It does. You're
Like,
right.
how many times you watch a girl divorce one dude and marry the same dude, only as
Yeah.
somebody else? Like,
Don't do that.
don't do that, but do it.
But do it.
Just don't get married a second time, period, guys.
They got Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. What are you gonna do?
I know.
What do you
Like-
do?
That's interesting. Yeah.
That is.
I told
interesting.
you last season what's going to happen.
What?
Purdy's the starter right now. His elbow's going to be whatever. Lance is going to come in and win the job, and then they're going to let him start the season again, see what happens, because the potential is higher, a higher ceiling, supposedly, I would say, physically, than Purdy. And then if it gets ugly at 3-3 or whenever they want to cut the cord, they got Purdy who has extra time to heal his elbow. And it's a win-win for them. They can finally find out if Lance is it or not. And the only other option is he gets traded in this next weekend or this draft or whatever, probably. So
We're
one of those
in
two.
agreement that whoever the starting quarterback is week 1 doesn't play the whole
Right.
season.
I agree with that. I think that it's San Francisco's in a tough spot because they invested so much in getting Trey Lance. And if you watch Brock Purdy, and I watched him a lot, especially in the playoffs, it's like he's such a naturally good, like he sees the field and he's very accurate. So it's like it's really hard to take him out, and that's why I think that the only threat that San Francisco really poses in that division is because of Christian McCaffrey. I mean, honestly, there's going to be a quarterback controversy in San Francisco this next year, and it's going to get weird.
Right, because then is Brock Purdy really that good, or was this like his half year where he was good because no one kind of knew him and he came in and they have a lot of weapons, but now this year off the injury, I mean, Seattle, dude.
Well, I think that neither one of those dudes are that great, and I think that this is Seattle's chance to bounce above everybody else. Now, Geno has to come back and have the season that he had last year, or it's all the plan falls apart.
Yep.
There's a lot of weight on his shoulders right now because Drew Lock ain't good. I mean,
No, Drew
that's
Lock. I listened to Bronco fans talk up Drew Lock for too fucking long, man. That got
Right. Let's not forget the 49ers. The 49ers defense, guys. Bosa's a monster.
he's a
They
monster.
added, I believe, Hargrave from the Eagles or something
Yeah.
crazy like that. They have more weapons than just McCaffrey. So yeah, the quarterback is kind of one of
Still
those
got
teams
Debo.
where it's not quite as important as the other because the cast around them is so good. So you talk about the best defense in the league, it's not always the Jets, it is the 49ers sometimes. So
Agreed.
they're pretty damn good.
Yeah, the 49ers are a really good NFC team. I mean, they could be I'll have to think on it here over the next week and see who my early prediction
draft.
When
Here's
the
one thing
Packers
about
were
him.
competitive, the 49ers were definitely a pain in the ass every single year in the offseason.
Yes. And they beat us 3 times, Jess, last year. Jels, this is what I want you to get out of your head. You guys were the number 1 defense. Last season is over.
Okay.
Moving to this new season, where all new defenses have to be established. So
I just feel like my
you guys
young,
are like 4
my
years
young guys are
of
better.
boom
Younger.
type defenses. I'm gonna need you to.
Well, and sometimes when the other team is beating you so bad, they just kind of run easy plays and it's like,
They
a
weren't
couple
beating
yards
us
here,
so
couple
bad. We
yards
didn't get
there.
blown out of any games. Go watch the footage. We beat the Bills last year, guys, with no quarterback. With no quarterback. It was like the best team in the league.
With no prediction from you. James, good pick on that.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's the most. I guess you should rewrite it. Right as of right now, preseason, it's the most optimistic I've been in a while for a Jet. I mean, we haven't made the playoffs in 12 years. 12.
I was going to say, the Jets live in NFL perpetually. I mean, it's a tough franchise to follow.
Yeah,
Definitely exciting.
Yep, definitely exciting. We're gonna,
like the first pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Talk about
Is
that, yeah. All right.
show.
Talk draft.
Okay.
First pick, Will Levis. Come out and say it right now. The Reddit rumor.
So who has the first
rumors.
pick? Just so everybody knows.
That would be
Carolina.
the Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers. And they currently have Sam Darnold and
No, Darnold's actually
gone.
Darnold is a Niner. Sam Darnold is a Niner. I'm glad
they have 3 quarterbacks.
actually he's gonna be the starter, dude. Sam
He ends up
I think they're all
After
the
2
same
injuries.
guy.
Oh my god, it's Jets, Niners, Super Bowl, Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers.
Sam Darnold is Drew
Wreck-It
Lock
Ralph.
and with a different haircut. Yeah,
Wreck-It
I think
Ralph.
Sam Darnold is terrible.
Yeah.
He's horrible.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
No, Panthers take CJ Stroud. There's no way they'd take anybody else.
you don't think they're taking Bryce?
Oh wait, no, Bryce Young. I'm sorry, I got those two mixed up.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I was like,
the
wait, what
kid
did you
from
do?
Alabama. Yeah, Bryce
Yeah.
Young. Yeah, the short
Yeah.
one.
The short, right.
Nice.
So what do we think about this?
Only
Is it a good pick?
5'10".
I know. I don't like the pick.
Reddit doesn't lie, man. He's been Levis telling his family and friends he's the #1 pick, guys. I got money on it. We're good. Will Levis.
He's been
number
telling his
one.
family that.
We'll
That's
know
what
in 2 days.
That's what the Reddit rumor says. Friends and family have said that he is going to the Panthers from his mouth. So, and his odds just drastically went way down. And I happened to bet in March. So.
And okay, so and here's what we say is the Panthers, they have Reich as their, he's that quarterback guy. They also have McCown, isn't it McCown next quarterback, Jets, the journeyman. I think he's their quarterback coach, and they all said they loved whoever it was. Maybe it was him,
I mean, it's possible.
But why'd they trade up for him?
The
I feel like he might have fell.
The Panthers are synonymous for making terrible picks for quarterbacks.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
So, man, I mean, I'm excited to see who it is then now, because I'm like, it could be him, it could be him, it could be him. I mean, I feel like it's between those two then.
Well, you got to have Stroud in there just because.
I think it's between Young. I mean, they could take Stroud as well, but yeah, no, it's.
They take Richardson with the highest ceiling possibly with the most raw. I mean, he was being talked about earlier as the top pick, but I haven't heard a lot lately.
I mean, honestly, if Bryce Young was 4 inches taller, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Like he's
Right.
such a natural thrower. Like and Alabama, like that system is basically an NFL system already. I mean, he can walk on and be a starter in the NFL. He reminds me of a young Russell Wilson, which is very good.
You can be short and be good, but it's just rare. It's
Won the second
It's
round.
rare. Yeah. Well, especially in the days of Justin Herbert and Josh Allen, who are fucking monsters.
Yeah.
If Russell Wilson would have been 4 inches taller, he would have been a top 10 pick and still made it to 75.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
maybe if he was like, how tall is he now?
now he's the same as he always was.
5
Hey,
foot.
if my
5'10" and a quarter.
aunt or my uncle, she'd have balls, guys.
Is that true?
My aunt or my uncle, she'd have balls.
It's true.
You wouldn't have to. Technically, they could be cut off.
Right. All right.
All right. Anyway,
Houston.
NFL. Houston. Houston's taking a quarterback or a defensive guy. They got a defensive coach now, so
They're trading the pick. I don't.
Would
Houston's
love
gonna-
to see them trade the pick. That they need to trade the pick.
Mhm.
I just feel like with a new quarterback and that fan base being the way it is, if they don't take a quarterback, that new regime will
Over.
be crucified.
Right.
trade down. Who's trading up?
Nobody need. They should trade the pick, but I don't think they're gonna. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Packers should trade for it, but they won't.
Right, but see, I don't
Right.
think they even take a quarterback. I think they take what's his name? I'm drawing a blank, but defensive player.
What team?
Anderson, Will
I can't
Anderson,
right now. Welcome to NFL.
Bill Carter, Will Anderson, Tyree Wilson. Which one?
I can't remember.
Any of those guys in top 5 picks.
Okay, so here's the
Good
deal.
name,
They're not taking a quarterback. They're taking a defense. D'Amico Ryans is
It would be
defensive-
Will Anderson would be
Yeah.
like the preferred
Okay.
number
Yeah.
1.
Right. Okay.
But
I could see that happen. I'm not going to be surprised if they don't take it. Because again, I just heard, hey, listen to Troy Aikman on the Rich Eisen
Look,
show. It's
look,
like, don't take
here,
a quarterback.
listen to me, right? Listen to me.
Listen to him.
Let's hear it.
If they make a selection at 2, it's a quarterback. If they don't make a selection at 2, it's because they traded the pick away. They are not picking a defensive player with the number 2 pick. They cannot do it. It would be the end of the world for that franchise. They're already were lacking, and they're one of the lowest attendances in the NFL as it was. And
Is Stroud going to bring in that big more?
This could be, guys, this could be one of the craziest drafts ever. Somebody's given the house for Young. If Young goes 1, someone's given the house for Richardson that has a veteran backup like the Raiders. They got Garoppolo for a year or 2. They draft the raw guy. They saw what happened in the Mahomes. They got to compete with that. there's going to be some crazy trades to get up for either of those two, depending on the, who goes one.
I personally am hoping that it's number 3 and get the Cardinals the fuck out of there so that Will
That's
Anderson
true.
drops to 5 and we get Will Anderson. And then I'm hoping that Smith and Jigba from OSU drops down to 20.
He's gonna go to 15, and the Jets are
Not
taking.
dropping to
Yeah.
20, bro. He's
Dames
not-
is like
Yeah,
having a
the
Madden,
Jets draft a
fucking
wide
Madden
receiver.
draft over here. Yeah.
The Jets draft a wide receiver with the first pick of the draft. I will fucking laugh my head off.
I know
I'm
because
gonna
they're-
laugh when
I can see
Bijan falls to the Giants.
Well,
That's not gonna happen.
that
I
would
know,
be
that's what I'm
that would
saying.
be
That's
amazing for you, but
Yeah.
that's your receiver
if
hopes right there.
we got Will Anderson, Smith and Jigba, and
You're not getting Smith.
Jack Campbell. With our first 3 picks, goodbye everybody else.
you're done.
Just
Division.
goodbye. That would be like,
Goodbye. You just turned the TV off.
but I think as it is, we're gonna get either Jalen Carter, Tyree Wilson, or Will Anderson at number 5. And if we
I've been
don't,
here, Jalen.
I mean, Jalen Carter has had the risk factor involved with the,
Off the
was he
field.
there was he, yeah, the off the field shit. But there's no better place for somebody like that than Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
He lets those people be those people, and he's just like, look, you are who you are, but don't.
Yeah. Teach you some life lessons. Don't be a dump. Like,
I was gonna say, yeah, the Carroll. I mean, except for the whole cataclysmic shit that he did at USC. In the pros, he hasn't had too many off the field issues.
Well, and he's had players that were like nothing but like Marshawn Lynch. That guy's a fucking powder keg. Even now, I'm like, he's gonna do something that ruins his entire legacy. Like even now that he's retired, and he's just a worry, but he's a force on the field. And if you,
Marshawn, I think he's awesome. I think.
oh yeah, I mean everybody loves Marshawn, but every time he talks, I'm like, oh god, don't.
Yeah, I'm just
I
here
get
so
you.
I could find.
Like, he
Guys,
got
I
pulled
think-
over for drinking and driving in Las Vegas, and everybody's like, "Oh, what a great role!" I'm like, dude, my fucking high school teacher got pulled over. Like, come on, he was
My
drinking.
principal-
It's not.
Principal got a DUI in a golf cart crossing over the highway to get to the other hole.
There you go.
Hey,
It's crazy.
So, I mean,
don't drive drunk.
yeah, he's had a good reputation with players of outstanding, like Richard Sherman. I mean, that guy's another one.
Right.
But he wasn't coach of the year last year, so that's there is
Who
something
was?
to be said for
Who was
that.
coach of the
Oh,
year?
yeah.
Because the East Coast bias, you're right. He was.
Yeah, little day ball.
Dayball was coach of the year, and the Jets had the offensive and defensive rookies of the year. Weird.
That's strange. How
And they
good
didn't
were.
make
I
the
should put up the
playoffs.
graphic that shows the statistics of those 2 players, but I won't.
Sauce?
I won't.
Sauce? Guy, 41 years. Dude, first team all pro, first time, 41 years. You're gonna get rookie of the year, dude. It's like a given. 41 years? That's older than GOBO.
What's Garrett Wilson's
East Coast
projection?
play.
What's Garrett Wilson's projections with an actual quarterback this year? Like, I mean,
Right.
it's amazing with no one throwing in the ball. This could be it. He could be JJ 2.0.
That's what I'm saying. Rodgers doesn't have to come in there and throw 48 touchdowns. He comes in there and throws 32. Brees runs for 10 or 12. It's telling you, like, yeah, Super Bowl champs.
I'm not taking that. Yeah, I'm not taking the 10-win bet against you. I think the Jets could totally do it.
Right.
10's
$20.
doable.
It's $20.
$20,
Hey,
guys.
what about
I've spent $20 on some pretty stupid things before.
That's true.
I see a few of them behind you.
Whoa, hey,
Whoa, turtle power, bro. Turtle power.
hey, wait a minute. Yeah, a lot of this stuff back here is way more than $20, buddy.
Oh shit.
All right, anybody have anything else that we have written down that we want to make sure we touch on? We don't want to we don't wanna miss that.
over under for the first round. 4.5 quarterbacks. Will there be a 5th quarterback drafted in the first round? Hooker.
I was gonna say 4, so I'm under.
32 is a good spot. The Steelers have that pick, and that's where you draft your guy, you could do the 5th-year option, right? So sometimes they'll reach for that quarterback to be able to put that 5th-year option on him to keep him cheaper longer. So it's
Huh.
something to keep an eye on and what they kind of bet on. I'm thinking over because they always overvalue quarterbacks. Somebody will want him.
Yeah, didn't somebody trade up to get Johnny Football once? So I mean, let's go.
I mean, the Browns have picks, so yeah.
Right. Yeah, the Browns were picking, right? So something dumb's gonna happen.
I
The
was like,
Vikings are
yeah,
probably gonna skip their pick, burn. You know,
the
Oh,
Browns like draft a rugby player or something. Yeah, I mean, it's.
right.
Yeah.
Pick a
I
kicker.
wish I knew a Browns fan.
kicker in the 2nd round.
Yeah.
I do know a Browns fan. She's actually going to be
Yeah.
watching this show. Hi, Sue.
My
So-
base.
sorry, Sue.
Browns.
Sorry, Sue.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate.
Probably
You
not
fit
one.
well in this show.
But he could be a Texans fan. So
BT, how you
BT, that's
doing?
too bad.
How you doing there, bud? Yeah, VT. Tell us who you think the Texans are taking. Number 2.
oh, you should be really proud of him. He's been working his butt off. His show continues on through the off season as ours does not. And he's building a freaking Texans empire. I mean, I don't know how you could take a fan base that's so thin and find every single one of them to follow you, but he's doing it. So
And we got 4 fan
Okay.
bases in week.
good
Come
job.
on,
I know.
All right.
Come on.
Because he's so active, bro. He's
He
on there
watches
all
our
day.
show, so
It's his
God bless
job,
you,
man.
sir.
It's his job.
God bless you,
Good.
sir.
Yeah.
We got to get some interviews with some players. Saquon, while you're hanging out, not signing a contract. You want
Right.
to come talk?
Somebody
Fuck
could.
you.
Zeke's gonna
Saquon.
need a job at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I feel like.
A name that we haven't said, the Bengals. Hi, they're a football team.
Oh, the Bengals.
Yeah,
Joe
they're pretty
Burrow.
good.
Yeah, I mean, so I would say this: somebody who watches this show regularly, we have a few of you out there. Thank you. Rewatch this episode and tally mark how many times we said the word love, because I feel like we talked about this love, we talked about this love, we talked about love here, love there, love there. Love, man, what a great show!
Love is
everywhere.
in the air.
It is in the air. We're in the
GOBO.
off
All you need is love.
Yeah, that's right.
Season 2 of Love.
season
Yeah.
2. NFL. Damies Marvs. G-Man Jazz. Gobo. Again, thank you so much. Season 2, episode 1 in the books. Enjoy the draft. See you in a week.
Don't forget to speak your piece in the comments section. Also, like and subscribe to Lock 22 Productions, and thank you for listening to NFHell.